So I think we all know why we're here. And it's because, I've been struggling with words for it, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be part of the focal point. I'm happy to be part of this community. It's a lot of amazing folks, and I couldn't be luckier to have grown up with it. Dave asked me to do this about a week ago, and if any of you have seen me in solo shows, it's probably a long time ago because I don't really do them anymore, so it's a little weird to be back up here all by my lonesome. That's fine though. I think I'm going to start off with an instrumental thing just to let myself calm down. Dave asked me to do original stuff, so I'm going to do mostly original stuff. Some of the older stuff, like I would have to learn how to play it. I didn't make it easy for myself. So if you don't keep practicing, I guess your parents are right. Well, I hope not, because I'm not in a park. We'll just leave it in the building. But thank you very much. I'm just going to start off with a little guitar tune that I think occurred to me on a bike trip. And then when I finally came home back to St. Louis, I decided to give it a name. So this one's called The Banks of the River Dedo. It's a beautiful scenic river. Some of you may know it. It provides gorgeous views and even more gorgeous smells. So, but it is a natural river. It was always there, and it still is. Yes, sir.
My dad lived on the banks of the river.
I live right off of the banks of the River Dedo. This is why this is the first tune. It might not seem like there's a lot of thought behind this hat, but there's a little bit, just a tiny little bit, enough to keep the lights on and things running. All right, so this is the banks of the River Dedo. Thank you, folks. I didn't really need two guitars, I'm just overcompensating. In reality, I'm just doing you guys a favor because they're in different tunings. And it's already bad enough hearing, one guitar out of tune. Might as well be two. So this next one is not an original. One of the artists that I came to know growing up at the Focal Point was John Renborn, and he used to play in a group called Pentangle. But before I knew Pentangle, I knew John Renborn, and this is one of the songs that I heard him play that I thought was amazing. So I think I actually watched it on like a DVD. If you haven't heard of a DVD, they used to be these round things that you would put in machines, and they would reproduce images and sounds. I think now it's appropriately part of the archaeological record. This is can you hear this out there?
Yep.
That's good enough. But it's not a John Renborn song, it's one, but I mean, the way that he does it, it might as well be, because he's very good. This one's called From Sandwood Down to Kyle, and it's from a Scottish musician named Dave Gouldor. Tell me why you walk the road that leaves the hills behind. And tell me why you walk the road that leaves the hills behind. The time has spent the summer, sir, and soon the leaves will fall. And I hear the sound within the wind that plays around your home. I hear the sound within the wind that plays around your home. The bird must flee the winter, so she cannot stay behind to build her nest upon the snow. Where can I look for mine? To build her nest upon the snow. Where can I look for mine? But if I had 100 homes, and each to live a while, I'd build them all along the road, from Sandwood down to Kyle. I built them all along the road, from Sandwood down to Kyle.
Yeah, John.
Well, you guys are sure disagreeing.
It's gotta be the hat. The hat.
Thank you very much. So that last one, if you might have noticed, there's a few notes. And I don't know if any of you have had the pleasure of having your wisdom teeth removed. It is fantastic. It really lets you appreciate the not having your wisdom teeth removed. And When mine got taken out, my cheeks ballooned up like a chipmunk, and I remember getting a phone call from a friend. He's like, "Hey, John, you sound like you got a bunch of cotton in your mouth." And I'm like, "Oh, a bunch of cotton in my mouth," because it was true. But that's right when I learned that song off of that DVD, because I literally couldn't do anything else. So I'm like, well, while I'm just sitting here, I might as well, make use of my time and my antisocial disposition right now. I suppose I'll do some more songs. Is that okay?
Yeah.
This next one is called "If I Find a Way," and right now it's going to be "If I Find a Way to Remember It," because I haven't. It's been a long time, but
If I find a way.
yeah, that's it. That's the one. Slightly different version. But it is about whenever you're somewhere, you're not somewhere else, and whenever you're with somebody, you're not with somebody else. It's kind of like a space-time thing, but eventually, like you hope to get back to that moment, whether you can or not. And this is just about being far away from your loved ones and just thinking about them. That's all. So, if I find a way. Not to bring up like old stuff, but do any of you guys remember the Second Gulf War? This is meaningful. There's a reason. Well, anyway, I remember W. Watching him on the television, and he was saying we're gonna fight these terrorists, and so there won't be war. And I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, so they're terrorists, and your terror is gonna end. Never mind. Anyway, it was inspiration for this next song, which is "Can't Fight Fire with a Match." So, and it talks about a couple kids that thought they could take on the world and didn't. So yeah, I'll see if I can remember this one too, and thank you guys for bearing with me. it's much harder than that. Go and call your horses and tell them to come back, 'cause you can't fight fire with a match. Billy was a young black boy at the age of 17. Said, Mama, I'm going out to fight the world to find my dream. He ain't coming home no more, and at night his mama screams, 'cause you can't make a lion from a cat. No, you can't fight fire with a match. Might seem like an easy road, but it's much harder than that. Go and call your horses and tell them to come back, 'cause you can't fight fire with a match. Susie was a bright young girl, pretty as could be. The light of her mama's eye and apple picked right off the tree. Then she met old Billy Boy and he got between her knees. Now she's got a baby born to be. Because you can't fight fire with a match. Might seem like an easy road, but it's much harder than that. Go and call your horses and tell them to come back, 'cause you can't fight fire with a match. But it's much harder than that. Go and call your horses and tell them to come back, 'cause you can't fight fire with a match. No, you can't fight fire with a match. I think I got one more, and that'll be it. And then you guys can see some fantastic musicians that are going to be on after me. I believe it's Thane Bradford and John Higgins, if I'm not mistaken. I want to thank everybody who came out, and I know that. Eric meant a lot to me and a lot of other people here, and he will be missed a lot. Anyway, this last one is just about going somewhere else and doing it on a train. There's a train to the west, and I know it's not the best, but I'm still going. I don't need no luxury, plenty of that waiting there for me, so I'm still going. Conductor calls out all aboard, walk through the people and close the door, riding down that line. There's a train to the north, and I know it's moving forth because I'm on it. The people all tell me that up there it's cold as can be, so I grab a jacket. Conductor calls out all aboard, walk through the people and close the doors, riding down that line. There's a train to the east, and they tell me it's a beast, but I'm still going. It takes all night, but when I get there I feel right, so I'm still going. Conductor calls out all the bones, walk through the people and close the doors, riding down that line. There's a train to the south, it ain't hard to figure out, you know I'm going. The weather is so nice in my tropical paradise, so I'm still going. Conductor calls out all aboard, walk through the people and close the doors, riding down that line. Thank you guys very much.